Hello everyone, this short video should explain how you can access Google Meet through your Hub account. If you're a pupil, whether it's in foundation phase or in Key Stage 2, you can access it the same way. Some of you will just be more used to going into Hub. So first thing you need to do is make sure you're using the correct browser. I'm using the Google Chrome browser because Google Meet is actually made for that browser. It's made by the same company. It does not work with Safari. I'm not sure about Firefox. I know Internet Explorer and Edge are a bit clunky too. So if you're using a laptop or an iPad, using the Google Chrome app or the Google Chrome browser is the way to go. The first thing you need to do, and the only thing you will need to do, is have your Hub username and Hub password correctly at hand. Then you need to sign into Hub. I have a bookmark here, but if you do not have that, you can go to a search browser and type in Hub, and it'll be the very first one. It'll say hub.gov.wales, and then that'll get me a link to the home page. Many children in year 3 to 6 will be used to this. It'll become second nature to everybody. So the first thing we need to do is log into your account. I'm going to log in right now. And this is, remember, it's from a child's perspective. This won't be an adult's view. This will be a child's view. Okay, once in, you will see your username at the top, and you will also have a thing called a waffle here. It looks like an indentation from a waffle machine, the 9 squares in a square. Sometimes you will have Google for Education here, particularly if you've used it before. If you don't, when you click on this one, everybody should have it either here or down here somewhere. That's where we need to go, which is Google for Education. It'll ask now for an email or phone, it says. What it is the username you've just used for Hub. So it's exactly the same as the username you have just used. So you only need one password, which is the same one you used to log in. So it's the username for your password. It's linked then to your Hub address. And it should bring you into a screen. This pupil has 3 classrooms here. And if you're in, or 2 classrooms there. If you're in Key Stage 2, you may have a classroom, dosbarth Carnarvon, right up to dosbarth Caerphilly and dosbarth Havern in year 6, you'll have something here. However, if you don't have it, don't worry, because you do not need these tools to access Google Meet. This is the screen you need to be in. And at the top again on the right hand side is where everybody needs to go. I do not want anyone going in through the classroom. You do not need to. You go to the waffle at the top right hand side. Once you click, it'll give you the option of the apps you've got free to you in your Hub account. Lots of different ones, including the one we're looking for today, which is Meet. If you click that one, it should be right there. You would have been given a code or a nickname, they call it sometimes, in your different formats. So if you're in foundation phase, it may be through Seesaw, it may be through an email, or if you're in Key Stage 2, you probably have it in your Google Classroom, in your stream, or maybe as an assignment code, but it will be given. So once you have the code, this one I'm using today is a very simple one, test 1, and press continue. You want to allow your camera and microphone to be used by the device you're using. Then you can ask to join. The teacher is the main screen over here. Your screen, as you can see my mouse here, is up in the top right hand corner. If you want to change the view, which is a good way of starting how you want to see, you can go down to the 3 dots down here. Okay, if you don't appear to have anything on screen, if I leave it go for a second, it'll roll away, the bottom bar. If you ever drag back down to the bottom of the screen, it brings up these options again. If you go to the 3 dots, it gives you options to change the way it's seen. I usually go to change layout, and I usually put it on a tiled layout, so you can see many people at once, and then press the side screen again. Then you should end up with anyone else. If it was a number of people in now, you'd have a grid of people on here. But as it is, we've got 1 student and 1 teacher. As a student, I can raise my hand when I want to speak up or not speak up. I can also mute my microphone and turn my microphone back on. Teachers will mute most people as you go into the meeting because all of the speakers and everything else will have a lot of feedback. So you will be asked to unmute. So it'll look a bit like this to you with a red line. You will need to unmute. If at any point in time you want to turn your video off in the call, the option there is to turn the camera off. As you can see at the top here, it's just got your initial instead then. And if you turn it back on again, you should see yourself appear back up there. Other options you've got as well, when you're asked, if you're allowed to do some chat, if you go to this menu at the top, you can click on this one here, which will then open up the chat menu. So if someone has typed chat already, for instance, I'll do one as a teacher over this side. It looks a bit like hello. You will then see the chat appear here, and you can respond by clicking on here and typing. This may be disabled in parts of the classroom as well, because it'll be different focuses. But if that's open, that's an option. If you want to see who's in the meeting with you, you can click on people, and it'll have a number of different people's names. And then you will also be able to go close that back down and have the full screen again. Any other options will be explained in the classroom with you as well. The one thing we will ask you to do is log out or leave the meeting before the end of the meeting. When you ask to leave, you'll go down here and simply click on that, and it'll leave call, and it'll give you this screen. It'll be you'll be able to rejoin if you haven't been logged out by the teacher, which you may have been. If it's still going on the meeting and you've accidentally logged out, that's the way we can get back in to the meeting. You'll be asked again. Someone will ask whether you need to go back in again. You can press join, and you can come back into the meeting. Once the meeting is over though, and the teacher has left, then you won't have that option, and I'll show you that now. Once I've logged out, I'll log out as a teacher as well. And once that's happened, now you try and rejoin, and it'll give you the message that you will be able to join in a moment. Actually, this meeting has ended. Okay, I hope that was all very helpful. Any queries, please let us know.